Okay, this is the house HVAC condensing unit. And there's another one for the detached garage, which is not contracted for. So, the electric service disconnect is over to the side. We have an electric receptacle outlet over here, service receptacle outlet in sight, so it's all good. The disconnect should have been sealed on 3 sides to help prevent moisture from getting in there. This is the dead front cover plate for it. So we took that off so we can see that this guy is laced up nice and wired properly and that kind of stuff. That kind of lingo. Hip technician lingo. A gas line is coming into the house here. It's been decommissioned. Coming out from the house is fed something at one point. Not sure what. There's also an electric cable, NM cable, which exposed NM cable, and it's dead. It's dead right here. No, no power. No power. Not sure what that's for. We've also got a loose grounding wire here. I don't know what that guy's for. Probably for the antenna. Probably for the satellite dish that used to go up there. Okay. That's what he's for. He's just hanging out. To get tangled up in. That's for the technician to get tangled up in. That's probably not the best way to handle that. The refrigerant lines come into the condensing unit have been wrapped with metallic tape. And that's, you know, I'm going to knock the other one. But I'm having a hard time. I know it wasn't required when it was built, but I'm having a hard time knocking that. That's protected from the UV rays. That's okay. Huh. Schrader valves. Look that up in the dictionary. The refrigerant service valve access port caps. All right, they should be anti-theft. Again, when this unit was installed, those caps were perfectly acceptable, but those are safety caps, anti-theft. Keeps kids from huffing it, so that kind of thing. So it makes the report. The condensing unit should be at least 3 inches above grade, and over here we see that it most likely is, and we got a little bit of hail damage on the fin. But over here we see that it's not 3 inches above grade. This is the data plate over here. We learned that it was manufactured by Payne in 1999. Okay, so 1999, that's 22 years old. We learned that it's a 5-ton system. We learned that they're using R22. We learned that the maximum fuse is 50. We also learned that the minimum fuse is 40. And we know that there's a 40 amp fuse for this unit in the garage at the main electric service panel, so it's a little on the low side for fusing. Now the irony is, I'll call that to your attention, but when this is replaced, it's going to take a smaller breaker. It's going to take a smaller breaker, and if you had a 50 amp, then that breaker would then be too large. So when are you going to replace it? I don't know, pretty soon. It's 22 years. This equipment's engineered on paper to last 20 years. It might last 35 years. I had one that did. I didn't get all 35 years. I bought into it when it was 33 years old. I got 2 more years out of it. But Las Vegas is going to give you 14 on a residential condensing unit, a residential HVAC system. It's about 14. After 14 years, it's done just about everything that it's going to do for you. So, another thing to note about this is it's R22. Okay, Texas Real Estate Commission. Is it performing the function for which it's intended or not? Or was it installed properly or not? Or is it a safety issue or not? The ages of systems, the ages of your roof, the ages of your water heaters, these things don't mean anything to the Texas Real Estate Commission. They mean something to my clients. How the coils? Oh, they're not so dirty. They're dirty, but not so dirty. My clients kind of want to know. Any HVAC tech that comes out here is going to encourage you. He's going to say, hey man, you know what? This system's 22 years old. It uses R22. You might want to think about replacing it. Let's retrofit it. They're rightfully so. Rightfully so, they're going to encourage you to update your HVAC system. R22, R22. R22 is the refrigerant in this. It's no longer manufactured in the United States. It's no longer imported in the United States. Is there a stockpile of it? You bet there is. Is it expensive? Uh-huh. It's very expensive. And they have drop-ins, okay, alternative refrigerants that you can use to keep these older systems going. But they're 15 to 30% less efficient than this inefficient system right here. 22 years old. It's only about a SEER 10. It's only about a SEER 10. The unit for the garage over here is a SEER 14. All right, and today we're getting 14 plus, and then it goes up to 16, 17, 18. You know, so you already got an inefficient system. If you put a drop in, it's going to be even more inefficient. And you know what? Those drop-ins come with a cost too. Besides energy cost, they're not free either. And once you put a drop in, you might as well put that air conditioning tech on payroll, because any air conditioning tech that follows is going to look at the sticker on there and says, "Oh man, they put a drop in this and this," and they're going to encourage you to replace the system, rightfully so. So it may work. I don't know if it's going to get warm enough today. It's supposed to get warm enough today that I can run the systems and measure temperature differentials and make determinations or form opinions. But I don't know if that's going to happen today. I hope it does. But in the meantime, whether it's working perfectly or not, it's still 22 years old with an R10 system, a SEER 10. So it's got plenty of reasons right there. Just saying.